Hello, traders. Ted Heller here from the Set Your Stop chat rooms, and these are some of the swing trades that I'm currently in and some of the ideas that I have coming up based on the different alerts we've been getting in our live feed every day, where there's lots of stocks to look at and you can figure out which stocks are trending nicely. And I call out my trades. There's so many trades, but I maybe trade about three or four stocks, maybe a few more at a time every month, and I update my followers in my channel, the trades I'm taking, where I'm getting in, where I'm putting my stop loss based on the swing high, swing low system I use. And currently, I called out this trade several days ago. I was going long on Berkshire Hathaway. Is it doesn't look like it moves that much on the daily chart, but clearly the stock is in an uptrend now. And I decided that we had a breakout on the weekly chart over here where we went all the way, we traded through this swing high, which initially worked as resistance. But once the buyers took over and we traded up to about $503, we went a little bit higher. We went about $10 higher. I said to myself, if we came back down to where we broke out from, 489.42, I'm going to go long, and my stops at about 476, and my first target is 503 again. And even though the market has been very turbulent overall and selling off, the stocks I'm in have been quite strong. Um, this one is starting to work. This was another alert we had several weeks ago in the Set Your Stop room, that some big buyer was spending millions of dollars on the August 120 call. And I got faked out of this stock on a small breakout here, but I got back in when we broke out again. And I mentioned that in my channel over here. I got stopped. We all have stop outs as traders, but that's what the advantage of knowing where to put your stop loss. And if the trend re-expresses itself the very next day, the trend re-expressed itself. So I got back in again at 112.61, and currently I'm up about 5 points, but I'm not taking any profits because my calls on this don't expire for another month now. Today's option expiration day, the July the July options are expiring today, and we'll go back to my Apple trade in a moment. Oh, we can go there now, actually. This is the trade I called out last several weeks ago on the this is a weekly chart. The weekly retest, I got long at 280 with some shares and some calls. And those calls were only $1.50 when I bought them. They expired today, and now they're trading today. They're trading at $32 each. So I'll be closing out my calls today. And Apple has been quite strong in the market relative to the rest of the market, which the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 have just been consolidating. Here's another trade I called out. I got long on a weekly breakout at about $280. I went long. Currently up another. Usually when uh, a breakout happens, the if the trend's going to continue, the stocks, the securities will go up at least another R, whatever their breakout, the range of their breakout candle was. So I'm currently up about 25, a little more than R now on Valero. I also went long in the XLF on a breakout. Went long at 55.08 and I'm still holding. I mean, this isn't going to make a $10 move, but it's trending up. And, um, I haven't examined the other components of the XLF, but the financials are trending up now. And this is a personal stock that I trade, and I went long off the weekly pullback levels. So I'm long in Loblaws. It's a Canadian stock. Here's one I'm waiting for. I did have a few swing trades in this, but it's been kind of choppy, so I'm waiting for a pullback to the weekly level. I don't know if I'm going to get it or not, but I've already got my limit order to go long down here. And some friends of mine are big on SpaceX, but as professional traders, we know not to trade these new companies, these new IPOs until some patterns form in them. And I said to my friends that if SpaceX couldn't hold, at least off the daily chart, a pattern form, couldn't hold 148, and instead we traded down to 138, it would probably go lower. So we can see that this is starting to sell off, and the sellers are in control of this stock. So if you're trying to make some money on these IPOs, um, you know, there's going to be resistance now. Like if this happens to come back up to 148, there's going to be sellers there, and that's where I would short it if if I wasn't short already in this stock. So there's lots of trades every day in our trade rooms. So if you're not a member yet of Set Your Stop, um, it's only $300 for your first year with using my PLI code, and you can trade with me and the other good traders in our trade room that are we're always looking for new trades, and we're getting all kinds of. Here's another Apple. Somebody was spending $10 million on calls that, well, they expire next year, but this is what big money does. That they set up positions at all strike prices in trending stocks.